to draw the line?
Listen,
for you to tread cautiously.
Listen, my brother, by standing for the truth, I knew that I was going to lose out a lot materially.
So you need not.
But I know that what I believe in is much more worthy than all that is glittering around me.
Yeah, but well, anyway, as you say that you've been booked even during the ordinary days of the week, does it mean that we're looking at about 20 shows that are likely to be cancelled?
More than 20 shows. I'm looking at what has been cancelled already. What is like, not what is likely to be cancelled. Because if the police is to act legally, they shouldn't be blocking my work, okay? What they've done in the past, they've done it. But moving forward, they should start behaving like a real respectable police force. Because whatever they're doing has a bearing on them. At the end of the day, there's a time for reckoning. They will have to answer for all this impunity. There will be a time they will have to answer, Simon.
Are you always served with a notice cancelling your concerts, or it's a verbal communication?
Police never writes to me, and as a matter of fact, of late, they don't even verbally communicate to us. They just show up like criminals.
So, as you go to the show, what runs in your mind lately?
What's important to me is getting to the people there. I'm very glad that the people know what is going on. Right now, they're watching us on TV. They know what is going on. They know I'm not a criminal. They know I'm not breaking any law. They know I'm not inciting any violence. They know this is malicious. They know this is political persecution. So, the more they do this to me, yes, I lose financially, but they lose even more.
By doing processions, you are breaking the law.
I am not doing any procession.
And that is the point of contention.
When police should arrest me if I'm breaking any law. That is what I'm saying. It is their mandate to arrest me when I'm breaking the law. I'll be very glad when police apprehends me and says, this is a kind of law you're breaking. But police raids me at night. I went to Ginger in broad daylight. I showed up in broad daylight. I went to those garages and ghettos to eat food with those boys in broad daylight. But it was at night when they raided my hotel.
Well, as we take a very quick break, your last hope seems to be in Parliament, and Parliament is closing today. So what happens?
Parliament is not my last hope, my brother. Okay? Parliament is not my last hope. There is hope everywhere. My hope is deep in me. My hope is in you. My hope is in all those Ugandans who will stand up and say, hey, this is wrong.
What can I do for you?
You as a Ugandan is to see the truth and talk about it the way it is.
Bobi Wine,
Yeah.
isn't it rather selfish of you to raise the issue of your business as a matter of national interest?
It is not selfish. It is not selfish at all. I'm a Ugandan.
While we would expect you to raise matters to do with Lusanja and matters of your constituency, you're talking about my concerts.
Well, I've raised the matters of Lusanja, and if you were attentive, you saw them. But because I'm a Ugandan, and because I'm also being oppressed, and because it is rather funny to see that a whole member of parliament cannot get redress, not from the courts of law, not from the relevant institutions. I mean, now I'm raising the matter in parliament because I have the opportunity. That shows to you that the masses that don't have that opportunity to raise their issue on the floor of parliament suffer even more in the darkness. So it is not selfish.
Well, let's return after the break, exploring more of the politics and the reality in the dilemma that is Bobi Wine concerts. Good morning. Welcome back. We're still discussing the ironies, the realities, and the issues at stake as security announces that blocking Bobi Wine's concerts is an occupational hazard. But well, we are energized by Mistil Hotel, and we really want to thank you very much for this delicious coffee. Just walk in there for a treat. It's the best you can get in this country. Everything is classic. But well, Honorable Kyagulanyi, with so many concerts pending, with police, or rather security, not being clear on whether they will clear you, what do you think of the organizers of your concerts?
Actually, like I said, if it affected only me, if it affected only my income, maybe it wouldn't be a very big issue to me, and maybe it wouldn't qualify to be a matter of national importance. But I'm talking about employment of over 200 people, those that work around me.
And places have been blacklisted because of you.
Yeah, but that's wrong. That is unconstitutional.
So you were a high-risk musician.
But that is wrong. That is what I'm saying. I'm a selling musician. I am a product. I am a brand. And many people depend on that brand, including Kyagulanyi. So when these people's businesses are being blocked, last time you saw on TV, it showed here on NBS TV, when a lady, one Nasuna, collapsed. She had, staked her house and gotten money from money lenders, because she knows when she organizes a Bobi Wine concert, she'll make profits and her businesses will go on. She lost her house. Not because I refused to work with her, but because the police said she cannot work with a person that the police does not like.
Don't you have a case to be grateful for police having allowed you to stage a concert at Busabala?
It is not a privilege. It is a right, and we must draw a clear line.
At least you are granted that right.
You don't grant me those. That's a fundamental right. It is inherent. It is not granted by the state according to the Constitution. Okay? So we must not beg for those rights. Those rights are a given.
Well, understandably, you agreed with police on the parameters within which you would hold a concert. There was compliance, and the police cleared you. So how come on other concerts they have blocked you?
Let me tell you something, my brother. Like I said, I've been performing for almost 20 years. We've been holding these shows. And the procedure has been clear. And we've never violated it whatsoever. Okay? And that applies to me as well as other artists. But all of a sudden, police, in its wisdom and in my own opinion, on its ignorance, decided that from today, Bobi Wine cannot sing because we have an order from above.
Okay, between singing and politics, make a choice.
Come again?
Between singing and politics, make a choice.
My brother, musicians, just like doctors and lawyers and other people, are entitled to this country and are entitled to an opinion. They are full citizens of this country and they have political rights. You must get that, and everybody out there must get that. Okay? We have musicians in the parliament. They are
okay. This is the reality.
Just a minute. Just a minute. We have politicians. You have to make a choice. Who says that? Which law provides for that?
No, we are not in the situation of law.
Are we? We are what? We are in a situation of illegality.
The things are now different.
Simon,
between politics and music, make a choice.
Simon, I'm not the first leader, politician, if you want, who has another business. Other politicians, and even those that don't agree with business with the current regime, their businesses are working, their supermarkets are open, their petrol stations are working, their hospitals and law firms are open. Why am I being treated discriminatively? That is against Article 21 of our Constitution, and that is why I keep telling you that the police is acting unconstitutionally and illegally.
Yeah, but you also realize that some of the messages that you carry at your concerts
are illegal?
Tend to rub the state the wrong way.
I am not here to please the state. Okay? I'm a Ugandan who has every right to express myself the way I think. I'm not here to beg the state for my rights. Those are my rights. They are our workers.
You are rubbing the state the wrong way. You ought to tone down, maybe.
Says who? Do I have an obligation to rub them the right way? I'm a member of parliament. I'm a leader just like them. My role is to check them.
You're sowing seeds of discord in the masses with your music, with your messages.
I'm consciously awakening the masses.
Now that is politics. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not illegal.
Okay. So do you want to treat this politically? So let's look at this politically.
Let us
stop even lamenting. You're
what do you call politics? What do you call political?
Okay.
I just don't
the politics
understand
of Uganda that is murky as it is getting
now.
And
that is why Kyagulanyi is here to put an end to murky politics. Okay, President Museveni.
No, you're not here to sanitize politics. You know
I
what
am
you're
here
in
to
for.
sanitize politics, my friend. If you've been getting me wrong, let me put it straight to you. I and people who think like me, we are here to sanitize politics. President Museveni went to the bush in the 80s because of what he called bad politics. Bad politics is what we see now, and bad politics is what we want to put to an end. We want to put an end to impunity.
Unfortunately, you're confronting a system that is too tight, that is going to knock you down.
That is going to knock me down, you think? You think? Do you know how many times they tried to knock me down? I am here talking to you. Okay? In Arua, there was an attempt to assassinate me. They ended up killing my driver instead. I am here still telling them what I was telling them then. Okay? So don't make any mistake. All this.
Okay. With your level of outrage, do you really think the other system, the system you're confronting is likely to turn down?
Listen, it's not outrage. It is telling people truth to their face. It is not outrage. Okay? I am not violent. Everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm saying is within the law. Okay? I've grown up in this system. I've grown up reading that constitution and all the laws that we have. Okay? If I was in a country that is led by lawlessness, I wouldn't mind. If I was in a country that has no laws, that has no constitution, I wouldn't mind. But reading here, where we are, we have laws.
I'm reading a sense of resignation. You've gotten to a moment where you're saying, for the next concerts, for as long as I'm not cleared, for as long as Parliament doesn't intervene, I'm chickening out.
You are wrong. You are very, very wrong, my brother. I am not chickening out. I'm a musician. You knew me as a musician before you knew me as an MP. I am going ahead to organize my concerts, and yes, I will go.
Are you the organizer of your concerts?
Those that I organize, yes, I organize. But there are others that are organized by...
Have you organized any in the coming days?
Yes, we are organizing a concert at One Love Beach, Busabala, on the 26th of December. Okay? And we've written to the police, and we're waiting for them to either clear the shows or to give the nation reason why they are persecuting me personally. And all these other shows where I've been advertising, I will show up. I've been going to Ruviri for the last more than 15 years, every 31st of December. And even this 31st of December, I will be there. Okay? So I'm not resigning, my friend.
So, can I look at you as a defiant musician?
I'm not defiant. It is the police and the regime that are defiant, and they're defying the laws of the land. Everything that I'm doing is within the laws of Uganda. That's what I'm trying to say.
What lies in the regulations, in the new regulations police has issued to you?
Well, one thing I read is that we must provide an ambulance.
And you comply?
Yeah. Even we have always been complying.
What's more? What's more? What's more?
There's nothing really more. There's nothing really more. And that's why I'm saying all the guidelines that were issued, I instructed all the promoters to abide by all the guidelines. And indeed they did. The same promoters that organize other artists, in Nakauka, where they blocked me from going. The following weekend, another artist was cleared.
Who is standing by your side in the music industry? It looks as though people are doing their businesses normally.
Well, people have to do business. But I want you to know that many people are standing with me, not only in the music industry, because this is not only about music. This is about everybody else. Before you know, they'll be blocking one Simon Kagwanjara from doing his journalist work because he does not agree with the regime.
Okay. Here we are balanced, we are neutral.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can be balanced, but the regime has its own opinion of being balanced. You saw them, you saw the president himself shamelessly attacking a journalist.
I beg we don't go there. But
are you scared?
No. I want us to shift gears.
Don't be afraid of the truth.
Let's shift gears now. There is an apparent standoff between you and Dr. Besigye over the statement of Twebereremu.
Am I allowed to sip?
Please.
First and foremost, I want you to know, Simon, that there's no standoff.
No, okay? There is.
Well, that's in your opinion and in the opinion of some other people. And everybody is entitled to their opinion. But if it was up to me to analyze it, I don't think there is. You know, personally, I have so much respect for Dr. Besigye, just like all these other leaders that have come before us. They've inspired us. They've opened our eyes. They've told us that we can stand firm and resist what we don't believe in. So I have respect to them, for them. However, as a person, I also have my mind, just like many other people.
How did you interpret his statement?
The statement that Twebereremu is tribalistic, I think it was a wrong statement. And I'm very glad that Dr. Besigye came out to apologize for that. I think it was wrong. I don't believe in it. Me as a person, and indeed speaking for the people of my generation, we don't believe in tribalism. And not only not believing in, but we don't even know it. Those are things of other generations. For us, Mother Nature brought us together. It was not by our choice. Personally, when you look at me, there's no tribalism around me. Musically, look at the people I sing with. My closest working partner is a Nubian guy. His name is Nubian Lee. When you come to Firebase, my favorite producers, either is a Musoga or Dan Magic, who is an Alul, who is a Langi, or the Banyoro that I work with. That is how we do. When you look in the leadership or the politics, look at my friends. Look at the Councillor Sumani Basari, who is from Busoga. Look at Gerard Karuhanga, he's from Ankole. Look at my brother Kasiano Wadri, he's a Lugbar. So that is the identity that we are. That explains to you who we are. Go to my house, look at my wife. If that does not explain to you what kind of person I am, then I don't know what you mean.
And so, okay, unfortunate as it sounds,
yeah.
Do you think it's pitting you against Kano Besigye? And the kind of uproar it's raising, do you think it is necessary?
It is not necessary. I don't think we should look at each other as enemies, because we are not, okay? We are all only trying to play a role in the liberation of this country. We have always used these slangs from Tojikwatako, which called the entire country, to slogans like Tubalemese, okay, and to Twebereramu. And if I must explain what Twebereremu means means let's get involved. It is not new. That is a slogan that we came with in Chadondo East last year. That is the slogan that we used in Jinja campaigning for Honorable Paulo Mwiru. We had all brothers from DP to FDC. All these leaders were there. That is the slogan we used with Betty Muzanira in Rukunjiri. The slogan we used in Arua with Kasiano Wadri. It is a slogan that calls people to get involved, to take charge. That's the real meaning of people power. Take it upon yourself.
Yeah, but have you taken time to digest what Dr. Besigye really meant? Without going for the sound.
I would rather, when I'm thinking about Dr. Besigye, I always want to think about him in a positive way. He's not a god. He also makes mistakes, but it's honorable for an elder who makes a mistake and then apologizes for it. And if apologizes for it, who am I to even stick on that when he has made a mistake and apologized for it?
So the fuss about tribalism is unnecessary?
It's unnecessary. It's very, very unnecessary. And I continue to call people to come together. Okay, we need each other. Everybody, every one of us has a role to play. It is very disappointing for our supporters out there to see us bickering. It does not make sense. It only strengthens our enemy.
Have you reached out to Kano Besigye lately?
I've been
or you've parted ways now?
No. I've been in a conversation with all these leaders, not about the Twevereremu issue, but about us coming together. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. I mean, having a conversation with General Muntu, Dr. Besigye, the Honorable Norbert Mao, and all these other forces of change. Yeah.
Well, as we get out of here, what's your outlook of 2018 and what do you see in 2019?
2018 has been beneficial. We've suffered so many bruises in 2018, but at least our agenda has benefited. We've always wanted to raise the consciousness of the people, and we are doing it. You know, 2018 we started a campaign which we hope to intensify in 2019, calling upon Ugandans to get national IDs, to get registered as voters, because we are very many, but what are our numbers benefiting us? You know, we want to learn from all the failures of the past and know that our people have not been ready enough to take charge. Now we have 2 years away from these elections. Elections of LC1, LC2, division mayors, district mayors, MPs, up to president. The people of Uganda must get ready for that so that they can make a practical choice.
You seem to argue that perhaps other opposition players have failed because people do not vote. Is that the case?
It has a big percentage of being the case. You know, many times, even in the ghetto where I come from, elections come and you ask the guys around you, hey, tugende tulonde do, and this guy is like, man, I say one day, sir. To me, it doesn't make sense. It has been a big problem because in rallies we are always many, okay? In protests we are always many, but on elections we don't show up. One, there's been a high level of apathy. People think, it doesn't make sense anymore. So we want to give them confidence and belief in democracy. We preach democracy. We promise democracy when we're running for campaigns. It is time we send that back to the people.
Okay, we're getting out of here. Are you Bobi Wine the musician or Robert Kyagulanyi as the year comes to an end? Do you feel more of Bobi Wine or Robert?
My name is Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert, also known as Bobi Wine. Okay, when I'm performing, I perform under the brand Bobi Wine.
Okay.
Okay, but as a person...
So Bobi Wine is being hounded for calling himself Kyagulanyi.
Don't try to draw a difference between me and my profession, because it's my right and I have the right to be with all of them.
Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu, Bobi Wine, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
We certainly pray the dust settles.
Yeah, and if you allow me, I want to wish Merry Christmas to all our viewers, our friends, my family, my wife, my colleagues that I work with, Nubian, and all my other brothers that I will not mention, who are in this struggle to change our country. I thank you and congratulate you for all that we've been through. And maybe next year we'll be stronger, and we pray to God that it's going to be...
You will stay home on Christmas.
You think? I'll be out there. Just wait for me. I will be with you, my brothers and sisters. They cannot handle me. They can't stop me.
They have already stopped you.
You think?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
That's all we have for you. Good morning.